Student, I'm audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so in the last lecture we have seen that scope and importance of environment. So I think we have seen importance of environmental study. We will revise again. So already you know that now there is a everywhere in industry, any organization or in any society or any community or so many NGOs are creating a awareness in case of environment. And to remember this, there is a environmental day celebration is also there. That environmental day celebration at international level. So why there is a need to study the environment? Basically, you have to start from your home, then society, then your area, then your city, wherever you are working or wherever you are student. So there is a need to study the environment, how environment is important for us, not only the cleanness and all that. We have to always keep the environment happy also. So all these factor comes in the environment. Now we can say that population is increasing day by day. So there are lot of challenges to the local government to provide a proper environment. In fact, providing the environment is in government hand, but maintain the environment is not in their hand because of population. So world population is increasing. This is the alarming situation for everybody, specifically in developing countries. The natural resources endowment in the earth are limited. As I already said in previous lecture that in developed country natural resources are very less because they have used most of the natural resources for building their infrastructure, doing the new innovation. That's why they are now developed. They have the money, they have the good infrastructure, they have food, they have water, everything, all in balanced state. But in developing country, there are still lot of scope to develop. That's why we call it developing countries. The method and technique of exploring the natural resources are area advanced. So there are so many techniques to exploit the natural resources. If you want to do any new innovation in the civil side, then there are so many technology. Now you can say that metro work has been started a few years back, and luckily now there are 2 3 projects are going on. So for this we have to fight with the environment, or those who are protecting the environment. The government has to fight for them. Innovation is also important, but along with that, protection is also important. So we have to keep this balance. If this balance has gone down, then this is the alarming situation. If you are doing some innovation, so parallelly you have to find out the solution how to protect the environment. The resources are overprotected. There is no foresight of leaving the resources to the future generation. Yes, nowadays at international level, there are so many assessment is going on, environment going on, and climate change, global warming. In fact, from the few months back, assessment has started in social impacts due to this pandemic situation, economical impacts, or how the life is changed, how the shortage of food, how there is a employment problem. So all these factors are being assessed by the scientists, and whatever they will do the analysis, they will be presented in front of United Nations, and the solution can be find out globally. but now the work has been started. The unplanned exploitation of natural resources lead to a pollution of all types at all levels. If before launching any project, you should think about whether it is harmful or for the community or whether it is harmful for the environment. I can give the example of that. If you uh, buy the mobile phone in USA, so what they do, backside of their mobile, they have mentioned that how this mobile is harmful for the human body. Also, when you get the bill in USA, when you purchase the mobile, inside that bill, they charge the money on recycling of your mobile. Means they are charging in advance that if your usage of mobile is over and you want to dump it somewhere, then they charge for recycling of mobile or e-waste management charges. So this type of charges we have not seen in a developing country, but in USA I have seen that they charge whenever you purchase any electronic good. Specifically, I have seen in the mobile bill they charge for the recycling charge or e-waste management charge. So what they so they don't want to overburden on themselves because we are using that device, so we should pay for the e-waste management. That is called as e-waste management tax. The pollution and degraded environment seriously affect the health of all living things on earth, including man. Education and trainings are needed to save the biodiversity and species. Yes, there are number of species are available on Indian scenario also. So that's why we are having very strong policy and very different acts for different species. So if we break this, then it will be punishable. The urban areas coupled with industries are the major source of pollution. Yes. And along with that, I can say that in urban area, there are a lot of vehicles, private vehicles run on the road. So due to the transportation of private vehicles or number of vehicles on the road, this also lands the pollution in the urban area. Now, need for public awareness. Already I told there is a Earth Summit in 1992 and specifically in 2002 also, and still this is continued. They discuss the issue about the environment and they discuss about the public awareness. During that, each and every country take part in this summit, and how the at global level they do the analysis of how much plastic can be recycled, which type of plastic can be recycled, and which plastic we have to ban. Now, methods to propagate environmental awareness among the student through education, introducing environmental studies in the curriculum, like you are studying environmental management. Among public through mass media, environmental program through TV, radio, and nowadays social media. So among decision makers, planners, leaders, they can take a lead to create awareness in the community, in the society, or in any organization. So what is the role of NGO for creating the environmental awareness? Also NGO people, they give the solution to the government, or they give the advise the government in interacting with the ground level people. They raise the issue of people uh, specifically which are the environmental related. They raise this issue and they become a mediator between the local community and the government. So this local community will get a benefit. Or I gave the example of dam, construction of dam. Many NGOs protested to construct the dam at some specific area. So organize public meeting to create environmental awareness. Here I gave the example of cola drinks. Now, public awareness is needed in the area. Study of natural resources, conservation and management, ecology and biodiversity conservation, environmental pollution and prevention, social issues related to development and environment, human population and environment. So all these five factors, all these five cases, large group of uh, at global level, large groups are working on all these five. How we can create awareness? They, in fact, they develop some animated videos, and showing these videos, they can create awareness also. They encourage the youth to take part to in environmental related issue which were discussed at international platforms. So for that, they offer many fellowship that due to that youth can take a part, and they can present the issue which are tackled in their city or in their country. So you can say that there are so many youth forums are there in India also, and they're leading Indian scenario in case of environmental management or climate change or global change. Now, burning environmental issues in India, as you might be knowing some issues which are hit in Mumbai or in suburb. So India is rapid economic growth might have impressed many experts, but it does come at cost, which more often nowadays we can say that shortage or shorten or cut down the economical growth nowadays due to the pandemic situation. This may be included in the now further environmental issues due to pandemic situation, how economy is affected. So in the wake up of limited natural resources, negative externalities like environmental degradation, climate change, and carbon emissions have largely been put on the back burner. Why there is environmental degradation? Who are the responsible? Who are responsible to uh, forest degradation? Who are responsible to degrade the water quality? Who are responsible to shortage of water? Who are responsible to the climate change? We are using um, modern technology. Maybe modern technology is responsible. We are frequently travel by the air, so that is also one of the factor, because I can say that many people, if they want to, I have seen in European country and USA that if you want to have a option by going by train, so they try to avoid to going by aeroplane, because traveling by aeroplane, it emits more carbon in the environment. So unitedly they have decided that to try to avoid the air travel if you are having other option. So there is a lot of carbon emission in the air due to the aeroplane. Now major issue is the air pollution. Air pollution levels in the country have been rising to scary levels for the past few decades. Mostly in the last week, they have declared that Mumbai air quality is very bad than Delhi. Normally in winter season, Delhi hits very strong because there is uh, grass fire, because of whatever leftover is in the farm, the farmers burns this, and in the during winter time, so quality of air in the Delhi hits during winter days. But nowadays they have declared that Mumbai is suffering with the bad quality of air during winter. So in the last week they declared that Mumbai is having poor quality in India. So as per the World Health Organization survey released in June 2018, New Delhi and Kolkata. These are the two cities most populated, most polluted cities in the country. But in the last week, declared, uh, they have declared means not WHO, WMO. Our Indian weather means NIRI has declared that Mumbai is most polluted air in last week. This week I have not seen, but in the last week, Mumbai air was very much polluted compared to Delhi. So you can see here, this is the India Gate air pollution. So during winter time, Delhi government what they do, they deploy the 150 tankers to sprinkle water to settle the dust which are around in the air in the Delhi. So this picture was taken in the year of 2020 during winter time. So to tackle the dust in the air, they deployed near about 120 water tankers to sprinkle the water which can settle the dust. You might be knowing that uh, Sonia Gandhi, doctor said to her that you during winter time you leave the Delhi and you go the such a city that where the air pollution is less. So I think she shifted to Goa for 1 month, some few weeks to escape from the air pollution because of her health issue. You can see another picture. This is the Taj Mahal. So air purifier deployed at Taj Mahal to tackle the pollution. You know that a few years back there was a brick clean furnace around this Taj Mahal, and in specific season, those who are having the brick clean, their because of the fire in the brick kiln, smoke comes out, and because of this smoke, the color of this Taj Mahal was going to change to from its original color. So one group of scientists came and they did the research and they have given declared that because of this brick kiln around the Taj Mahal and whatever the smoke comes from that, that is affecting on the Taj Mahal color and the means natural color is going to destroy because of that smoke. So now they have banned the brick kiln around the Taj Mahal. Now we cannot see the brick kiln around the Taj Mahal. Student, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just 1 second. So you normally you must have seen in our Indian scenario nowadays brick lanes outside of the city normally. If you travel by train, then you can see the outside of the city. They have permitted for the brick clean those who are running a business. Now another is a water pollution. So here I have shown some picture. Tons of waste dumped into the Godavari river. Another example is Yamuna river. Yamuna polluted beyond control. Even its treated water can kill you. Here I have shown one example. So this river water is used by this farmer for the vegetable, and he is washing the vegetable with this water. But what happens if someone has done the research on this vegetable? So they found some metal particles into this vegetable because they are using this water in the vegetable farming. So we can say that as per the statistics released by Central Pollution Control Board, the number of polluted river in the country has risen from 121 to 275 in the last 5 years. with Maharashtra faring the worst among state in keeping its river clean. Yesterday only I saw in the news that Nitin Gadkari, he is launching the project to clean the Nag River, which is in the Nagpur, and he want to start the water transport to that river. From the Nagpur also, one of the uh, government employee, I don't know exactly which department, she has developed cycle in a such a way that that cycle can run on the top of the water, and due to cycling of that vehicle, she can collect the plastics or garbage from the top of the water, and she has recognized at international level. If you search, then I forgot. The name is, I think, Sharma. I will give her name and details in link so you can see that. She has developed that cycle, and by rowing that cycle on the top of the water, garbage can be collected. So Nagpur municipality is using sometimes that cycle to clean the lake. Nagpur is having that lake. They clean that lake by using that vehicle. So here we can see here in the Godavari river, when we pray to pray in temple, so the flowers or plastic along with the flowers we dump here. You can see here in the diagram uh, during the immersion, Ganpati immersion, or here I can see one. Let me enlarge this. You can say that Ganpati immersion is also very harmful. So that's why government or some NGO are pro protesting that we should not use the plaster of Paris. So how this Ganesh idol or goddess idols, when we immerse in the water, it whatever the toxics are in that color, and that because of that water gets polluted and the quality of oxygen level goes down, and it will affect on the whatever species are available in that water. It affects on that. So here I have given the example of Yamuna river. See, you can see the this is a foggy water. Actually, the industry is due to industry, this Yamuna gets polluted because they pour their waste, chemical waste into the river. Also, you can see the huge plastic in the river. In fact, this boat is not able to get away from this dumping of plastics. Still, these farmers are using the water for their farming, and if metal found in the soil or along with the vegetables, if we are sprinkling the water or washing the this vegetable with this water, definitely metal can deposit on this vegetable, or other toxic chemicals can deposit on this, and it is very harmful if you are, in fact, we wash the vegetable so many times, then also it is harmful because lot of pesticides, you can say, this is chemical which is available in the water, and that contaminated water they are using for farming. So in fact, in Mumbai also there are vegetable grows along the railway track side. Many times there were a ban to grow the vegetables along the track side, but there is no alternate solution. The people don't stop to grow the vegetables along the railway track side. So when we buy the vegetable, then we have to see that from which place he has brought. So it's which is directly affected the human health. Apart from that, also, if you go to the rural level, uh, they sometimes they use the water directly from the hand pump. So contaminated water comes from the hand pump, and that is not useful for the drinking. So many skin diseases can be land, or maybe many people can be affect due to that hand pump water, or some wells are also not maintained properly. During the rainy season, water gets contaminated in the rural area because they use the well water, and purification of water is not possible sometimes uh, because of the rain. So create a awareness in case of to use clean water also is needed in some rural area. So noise pollution. So noise pollution is also a very uh, heated issue nowadays. Do you know that Mumbai city is declared as the noisiest city in India? Now, second was Hyderabad, but nowadays second is Delhi, and third is Lucknow. So sound pollution consistently increasing. You can see number of vehicles are running on the road, even if you don't horn. So because of that vehicle sound, um, that pollution can happen in that area. Do you know that if you go through the bridge, over bridge, there are along both side of the uh, bridge, there are huge walls are there. That walls are called as a sound wall. Sometimes there is a more noise pollution, so noise pollution can hit to the wall, and if the residential area behind that bridge, so they can protect from the noise pollution. That's why whenever bridge is passing through the residential area, so it is compulsory to have the noise sound wall, that called as a sound wall. And there are some written over there, don't horn, here is a hospital, don't horn here, don't rush your vehicle fast, here is a school, here is a hospital. So like that, for the noise pollution also there is a need to put the board when specifically your residential area is heated with the this type of transporting situation. But some people are there, they don't follow, and because of that it creates a noise pollution. I have seen that bikers purposely they uh, horn very with loud sound. So that is not correct. You get irritated if someone pass from behind you and honking loudly. You get irritated. Why irritated? Because you are, because of the sound you get, because your ears are not enough to that resist the noise. Same thing I can tell you, if you are using mobile phones continuously talking with someone, suppose 1 hour 2 hour continuously you are talking to someone, and after that you kept your mobile aside, then you will realize that if you are not talking on the phone, uh, what I'm saying, normal, not talking normally, loudly, then what you will realize that still you are talking or you are listening something. If your sound frequency is not at moderate level, if you are talking too much loudly, or to whomever you are listening he is talking too much loudly, then after some time you will realize that you still you are hearing that sound. So this happens many times when you talk too much on the mobile phone, and which may creates a fatigue, and which may land some health problem because of the noise pollution. Why there is a noise pollution in the urban area? Because population in urban area is more, they want their comfort zone, so they use their own private car, and there is overcrowding traffic on the road. So the most common source of noise pollution by far, the one that affect the most people is motor vehicles, which I already told you, because motor vehicles creates the noise pollution which has been done research has been done by Central Pollution Control Board in 2016. In between that, there was a ban to do the prayer loudly in the temple, in the church, everywhere. So you have to maintain the sound frequency, moderate sound frequency to avoid the noise pollution. So another is here there are number of vehicles are running on the road in Delhi. So WHO mentioned in their report that Delhi is the highest noise pollution. But nowadays Mumbai, but in WHO in previous report they said that Delhi was the worst city which is having the highest noise pollution. Then Hyderabad. Nowadays first is Mumbai, second is Delhi, then Hyderabad, and then Lucknow. So you can see that how this audio system they have installed at the entrance of some I don't know what area. So Hyderabad is the third noisiest metro city which is having the noise pollution. So on the noise pollution also international groups work, not only international, our Indian groups also they work on different environmental related issues. Now another thing is the major issue is the soil pollution. There is a soil degradation. There are so many reasons to degrade the soil. Um there is a one organization, International Policy Platform for Ecosystem and Biodiversity. I am also one of the member of one task force group. This organization is in the Bonn. Is our main office is in the Bonn, Germany. I have gone there 3 times. During their conferences, they discuss what are the reasons to degrade the soil and which effects on the crop production, or crop production is less than it affects on the economy. So there are so many reasons to degrade the soil. If there is excess rain, so normally we have seen in India nowadays so many years we are observing that, or we have experienced that suddenly rain starts, suddenly uh, situation is like flood. In Maharashtra also, that Satara, Sangli, and Kolhapur flooded, Kerala flooded, Karnataka flooded. So what happens when there is a flood due to dam, due to heavy rain, continuous rain, due to river? What happens? Sometimes your farm is at the bank of river or the bank of dam or at the bottom of the hill. Then this flood washes the good quality soil from your field, and good quality soil washed away, then whatever left is there, that is not good quality soil. So this is also one of the reason. Other reasons are rain and flood is a natural causes. This is not man-made. These are the natural causes which are also a reason to degrade the soil. Other reasons are like careless disposal of chemical and menstrual waste and excessive use of pesticide. As you know that farmers use a lot of pesticide to grow their plants or grow their vegetable or grow their fruits or good quality fruits. They use different pesticides. To excess of pesticide also degrades their land or degrades their soil. So soil are the foundation of our food system and the basis for many of the ecological processes on which we depend. So if you want to use the pesticide, if you want to use the fertilizer, you should have the knowledge which fertilizer is best for which crop, or they can consult Now through the e-platform, there are so many apps are there. Farmer can concern or farmer can have the consultation to the agro industry, you can say. There are so many government apps for the farmers to do the consultation of their crops and which crop is best in which season, or which pesticide or which fertilizer is useful, or how much water is required for which type of crop. All this information can farmer can access from that portal. Also in the television, there are some specific India government channels are there. There are so many agro magazines are available. If farmer can read, they can read. So why all this came to create a awareness for to protect the soil. Because of the soil degradation, the crop production is less. Because due to that, it affects on economy. There is a shortage of food and all this. That's why to save our food, to maintain the quality of the food, or to maintain the quantity of food which we require, for that there are so many awareness camp or so many platforms are open for the farmers or for the student, for the researcher. As you know that in some years back, China was suffering with the shortage of food. So they did the research in agriculture sector, and they are growing the different types of food, different types of vegetables, and they are earning the money for exporting their this agriculture products. In meanwhile, we have banned the Chinese products. So there were so many foods we were, you know, getting in the Indian market. Now it has been banned, so we don't use. So in China also, they are having very big agro industry. In fact, if you search that, they are giving the fellowship to the other developing country like Pakistan, and for Indian student also they are giving the fellowship. They are inviting the student to come to our country, do the research in agriculture case, and do the innovation. So motive behind this is that their country can do the more innovation in the agro sector, because China is having the highest population, and they don't want to suffer through the shortage of food. In fact, they want to transport the food from the China to the other country, like in other European countries also. So for that, they are having so many fellowship to do the master degree or PhD. In fact, for degree also. So their agro industry is very strong. So conservation and sustainable management of soil is essential to our goals of eliminating food insecurity and tackling the climate change, while at the same time maintaining the resilience of ecological process that support the life on hand. So we have different rules and regulation for the crop also. If you want to grow the cotton or sugar cane, then you have to register your crop at the government website. In fact, now whatever crop you have planted in your farm, that you have to register in the corresponding Tehsil office. Means you will get all this in your record. In Marathi, it is called as a Satbara. So whatever plants you have planted in that season, it will comes in that paper. And this paper you can see online if you are registered. And it has been mandatory to register. So there is a need to do the sustainable management of soils to increase the food production, to save our soil for the future, also for the mass food production. So we should not have the shortage of food in future. So we have to protect our soil, or in fact, you have to upgrade our soil. You have to do the quality check of our soil, not only the field. Apart from the field, also there is a need to maintain the quality of soil. If there is a chemical industry and they are using nearby area, because of the chemical contamination, that soil may degrade. Or soil which is available in the forest, if frequently there is a fire in the forest, you must have seen that mm, there are so many years continuously there is a fire in the USA, specifically in the California state. There is a fire in the forest. Due to what happens? Because of the fire, the whatever the soil is available on that forest, it degrades due to the fire. So whole forest is um, uh, need to have some sustainable management to save the forest. In between, I have heard that Trump statement. There, see, California forest is very dirty forest because they are not following the rules and regulation. There is a dirt in the forest. All collapsed trees are lying as it is, and this is the reason to get the fire in the forest. But along with that, sudden rise in temperature, this is the reason to get the fire in the forest. But in Indian forest, normally we are not seen. There is a large fire in the forest. It happens in the summer time, but it goes off uh, within a less time period. But in California, uh, it takes years and years to off the fire in the forest. So firing is also one of the reasons to degrade the soil which is available in the forest. But soils are under pressure from the population growth, pollution, and higher demands for the land use other than the food production. About a third of our global soils are degraded. See now how much? Third of our global soils are degraded. Again, just back up over the coming decades, the Food and Agriculture Organization, that is FAO, this FAO office is in the Rome in Italy. They have predicted that roughly 50% increase in the food production by mid-century to meet the growing global demand. So you can see here, this lady is tackling how her plants can grow. Their plants are having a lot of challenges because the soil is polluted here, and she is trying to give the water to her plant, and you can see the situation of her plant because soil is degraded. In degraded soil, she wants to grow her whatever plants she has planted. She is putting a plastic also contaminates the soil because after certain period some plastic degrades in that land, and you can see the plastic particles in that soil. So the soil gets degraded due to the plastic contamination. Also, chemicals also degrade the soil. I can say the excess water during the rainy time, that also whatever original soil is there, if it was, then we can say the degradation of the soil because there is no original soil is available in some part. You can say here deforestation, overcutting the vegetation may accelerate the soil erosion process, specifically during the rainy season. Industrialization also one of the reason to degrade the soil, and which affects on the economical growth of the country. Improper crop rotation. If you are not following, or if you don't have a knowledge which crop is we have to take in which season, that may also degrades the soil. Sometimes there is a shortage of land, increase of population and economic pressure. The farmer have adopted intensive cropping pattern of commercial crop in place of more balanced level usual rotation. See, a few years back it happened like that. Every farmers, they want to plant the sugar cane in their field. So there was sugar production was over and sugar price went down. So from that, their policy came that if you want to plant the sugar cane in your farm, they have to register at the government website so they can maintain the balance. So that sugar should not be, uh, sugar plant should not be over or excess, because all the sugar cane goes to the sugar factory for the sugar production, and sugarcane production is more, and with if you don't have the sugar industry, then balance will not be matched, and farmer has to keep his sugarcane in his farm itself. So after some time your sugar plant or sugarcane goes dry, so this will affect the economy of the farmer, and government has to give the compensation, because no one is ready to take his crop from the field because of shortage of sugar industry. So that's why they have to maintain the crop in rotation wise. The urbanization is also one of the reason to degrade the soil. Now you can say that um, farmers, those who are nearby the rural area around the city area, so that farmer also want to sell his land and earn the money. He don't want to do the farming. Now you can see that a few years back, there was nothing in between Pune and Mumbai. There was all farmers were doing the farming. Now these farmers want to sell their land to the builder to construct the buildings. So farmer all wants quick money, because sometimes because of unbalanced weather condition, their crop gets spoiled and they get economical loss. So they don't want to do the farming. Also, another reason is that because of the population is increased in the urban area, so need to provide a shelter or need to provide basic services to this overgrowth population in urban area. So this area they have to extend. Now पहले मुंबई था, बाद में suburb आया. Now beyond the suburb also people are staying, and uh, staying for the house, because there is cost of house in urban area is high cost, so they take the shelter nearby. So urban growth, road constructions are major causes in soil degradation. For this valuable agricultural land is often lost. In fact, farmers they don't want to follow the policy of agricultural land, and they are selling it. I think in previous lecture I gave the example for the tribal people. Tribal people own the land from the government, and they use this land for some agriculture product, like for vegetable grow, or sometimes they grow some herbal medicine, and they sell this in the market and earn the money, and they survive on this piece of land which is given by the government. So this land, this tribal people cannot sell in the market, but now also illegally they are selling this land for one group, some particular group. So this is also one of the reason, whatever piece of land that is a good quality soil, but if they sell this land to some group, so the group may do some business on this land, like uh, they grow the house, cement house, or their holiday home, or for personal use they use this land. So degradation of soil, deforestation, industrialization, improper crop rotation, urbanization, these are also the reasons to degrade the soil. Land reduction, the rapid deforestation is leading to soil erosion and land being denuded when flood ravage areas located near rivers. This already I told. Flooding due to heavy rain also there are changes in the land. So to avoid this, land degradation can be avoided by addressing the driver of degradation and through the proactive measures to prevent adverse change in the land quality of non-degraded land and confer resilience via appropriate regulation planning and management practices. Reduce. Land degradation can be reduced or mitigated on the agriculture and forest land through the application of sustainable management practices, sustainable land management, sustainable forest management. And third is rivers, where the feasible, some of the productive potential and ecological services of degraded land can be restored or rehabilitated through activity assisting the recovery of ecosystem function. So avoid, reduce and reverse. So to use these three terms or to create awareness on this is required specifically in urban area and rural area both places, because urbanization is tremendously increased in developing countries also, in fact in India also. Now if you go to the any semi-urban city, you can see that a lot of modern infrastructure is available at taluka place also. So modernization is also one of the reason for the land degradation. If you want to mobile service also, many mobile companies are hiring the piece of land to build their tower, and due to that tower radiation, mobile tower radiation, crop is get affected. So whatever using a modern technology or over modern technology if you are using, or if you are exploitation of modern technology, or if you are breaking the rules and regulation, this may land a drastic uh, yeah, this may land a drastic issue in future. At now we are enjoying all technology, but there is a alarm at international level. Whatever modern technology we are developing or you are using, we should have another alternative. We should have to create an alternative to tackle this. Uh, you can say one type of pollution. If you know that if you are using the mobile, so you can see sometimes some mobile companies use that your mobile device radiates this milliwatt. So this is harmful for the environment or harmful for the human being also. So to tackle this situation, they develop the radiation tag. If you tag, if you use this tag on backside of your mobile, then you can protect your body from the impact of radiation at some level. You must have seen that in Hajeli, uh, at the top of Hajeli, in front of Hajeli there is a Hajeli restaurant. On the top of that restaurant, there are so many mobile towers. You can say the mesh of tower is there, and nearby that residential area is uh, having a very bad impact of that towers, because their residential area is heated by the radiation which comes from that tower. You might be knowing that the research had been done that radiation from the mobile tower lands the cancer in the future. So someone has done the research, one IIT person has done the research on that. And so after that, people get aware and they started protesting that you remove this tower from our area. So this is one picture. One Tanzanian has posted this photo that see there is a drastic change in the soil. So roots of this plant has been open. There is a soil erosion around this tree. Another is this is the Ganga. Ganga erode too much so that the land which is at the bank of Ganga, which is eroded too much, so this there is a these houses are in danger. So this picture is from the Malda village. So you can see these are all because of the Ganga erode, and these homes are in danger in that Malda village. We will continue this plastic use in the next class. Student wait.